Hi, welcome to Women's Broadcast Television Network Expert Spotlight interview. Today we have an amazing lady who's taken her passion and her skill set and created a phenomenal business, eCoach 360. I'm going to let her tell you a little bit more about that. It's a phenomenal product, like I said, because it saves us time and money and energy and gives us a life we really need. Because eCoach 360 takes care of our technical needs, from client management to website development. So you'll want to stay tuned for this show. I'm honored, and it's my pleasure to introduce to you Becky Lynn Smith. Hi, Becky.
Hi, Jayne. Thank you for the opportunity to visit with you today and to share this with your audience.
Oh, well, I'm so glad you're here. Before we get started about eCoach 360, I love to hear, and we all love to hear, kind of the background of how did you go from being a coach and working in corporate to creating this phenomenal software product that people can use to help save them time, energy, and money?
Well, Jayne, my background, as you know, I've got about a 30-plus year career that I started in IT, right? So started from programming and project management and was a director of applications at one point in time. And I woke up one day and realized I didn't really want to stay in the corporate track. And so I left that job with the idea that I would start a business and gain some freedom by being a business owner, right? That's what we typically want when we start a business. And so I looked around and I found coaching was something that really appealed to my values. It was an opportunity and a way to help people. And it was a way to, make a good living doing something that I would really love. And so I bought a business coaching franchise and embarked on a career coaching business owners, entrepreneurs. And that led me to look for how can I manage these relationships? How can I, I'm an IT person, so what tool can I find that will help me do this? And when I looked around, there wasn't anything that was affordable, and there wasn't anything that did everything. And so what I ended up doing was cobbling together a bunch of different things and basically managing lists of clients in spreadsheets and recreating the wheel every time a new client came on board. And so, and I was coaching these people on, the value of, of course, sales and marketing, which, we all need to do that in order to grow our businesses, right, to make the living we want to make. Right. But then the value of leveraging technology and systems in order to get away from their businesses. And, but yet I wasn't necessarily applying any of those principles to my own business. And so I was overwhelmed, frankly, and I was doing everything. I was wearing all the hats, doing everything from sales and marketing and coaching to, data entry and IT, and it was just, it was exhausting.
Can you relate to that, ladies out there in the world? I think we're all going, yeah.
Yeah. So that led me to think, okay, well, how can I build something? How can I put something together that would help more people? And as I was talking to my clients, many of whom were also solopreneurs, they weren't necessarily coaches, but they were single, individuals managing their whole business. They were just like I was. They had stacks of business cards that they, had in a corner. They hadn't been able to follow up on the leads because they, who has time to enter all that stuff into some system? They had, piles of receipts sitting in a box. How do you get that into your accounting system, right? And so there was all of this administration that just, it would consume my nights and weekends because my days had to be filled with, coaching people and meeting with potential clients and closing deals and trying to, build my business. And so that was what led me to start looking for a solution. And I didn't find one. And so I thought, well, why don't I just take my skills and background and my love for helping people and create something? And that's where the idea for eCoach 360 was born.
Oh, that's fantastic. Because you still take your passion for helping people, because that's why you got into coaching. And that's why we all get into coaching, as you say on your website, that, we all start this to help somebody. And so that's amazing. So then you just took your idea for eCoach 360 and made it happen. See, that's another thing I think that's so beautiful, that you may not realize that we all have a lot of ideas, but putting it into action is something different. And so you had an idea, you knew there was a possibility because all the technology's out there. So you made it happen. And now you've launched eCoach 360. Tell us a little bit more about it, because people are probably wondering, well, what did she create?
Yeah, no, well, it's a good question, and it's not that easy to explain, actually. But if you think about the core of the system is a client management portal. And that portal allows a coach to interact with one or more clients, share documents, share information, private messaging. They can invoice clients, they can receive payments from clients, all of that managed within one location. And then, in addition to that, it connects to a website. And so we've basically created a 9-page website that can be customized. So it's not standard. It's a standard solution, but it's customizable such that they can have all of their marketing automated. The autoresponders are built into that. There's newsletters that are built in that, basically create content one time and then leverage that across many people, which is a huge time saver as well as a money saver, right? If you think about what it costs to build a website, the cost of hosting one, the cost of an autoresponder type situation, that stuff all adds up. And for a beginning coach, it's a lot of money.
Well, it's overwhelming too. I mean, I know I've been to a lot of speeches for entrepreneurs and conferences, and, they tell you everything that you have to do, and it sounds great, but who's going to do that for us? Now you've got, when I go to these conferences, I come home, okay, I need autoresponders. I need, I have a list. And then you go, well, who do I use? How do I get this done? And my goodness, how long is this going to take? Now I'm taking away time from everything else I need to do to build my business to do this. So interesting. So now you're saying that you could take, like, say if you were a coach, and you had like 3 different programs, you could put all the information for that program, and then when you get a client, you just click a button and all that stuff happens?
Just like magic, yes.
That is amazing. And so it gives you the opportunity to, I'll call it systematize. You create that content one time, you create your program, and then you can sign up as many clients for that program as you want to, and then just connect them to it. Wow, with a click of a button.
With a click of a button. And, automate the payment, automate the sign up, all of that's included.
Wow. And we teach people to repurpose content. That's a killer way to repurpose content. You put it up there and they're just going to get it. Oh, wow. That's phenomenal. So tell us a little bit about, like, who your target market is. Who do you service?
Well, mostly we're focused on helping coaches because, in my mind, I can help more people through leveraging other coaches. I don't know, that sounds maybe a little odd, but coaches are helping people. If I help coaches and they're helping people in a more streamlined and effective way with more time, basically I'm helping them help their clients, and I'm helping them enjoy the time that they've got for their life, right? Because if they're not tied up doing all this other stuff, all the administration, all the IT work, all the other things that eCoach 360 can do for them, that frees them up to spend time with their families. Because after all, what's the point of having a really great business if you spend all your time working on it, right? If you don't have time to spend with your family. So that's what it's about.
Hey, and I love that, because I didn't even think about that. If you have those speeches that I go to and they give me this list, those are the perfect people to say, hey, go to eCoach 360, because all of this is included, and you're up and running in weeks, or how long does it take?
So from the time you sign up till the time you will have your website and your portal created for you is less than 48 hours.
Oh,
so
you're
up and running in 2 business days, let's say. Versus you sign up and say, okay, I got to build a new website. Well, you got a website developer that's going to take, 3 months to put a website together for you. And it's not going to have all this associated with it. So then you're going to have to add your autoresponders. You're going to have to add right. And in eCoach 360, we've created a lot of the content for you. You can certainly customize it, but it's there for you to start with. So you don't start with an empty shell. You start with stuff already in place. And that's huge.
That's phenomenal. And I tell people, being a website person, don't use Wix, and because there's all these drag and drop sites people are using, but it kills their search engine optimization. I mean, and then what I heard with Wix is that if you want to leave Wix, you lose all your information. You can't transfer it. So is that your system like that, or?
No, the content you put in there is your content. So, if you customize and you want to take it somewhere else, we'll help you do that.
Wow.
We hope you don't, but certainly it's your stuff, right? So if you put documents in the system or whatever, they're your documents.
Well, I can tell you built this from your heart. So that makes a big difference, right? That you're not just trying to, you're going to work with your clients. That's awesome. So tell me a little bit, thank you for explaining more about what eCoach 360 is. Tell me a little bit about why, tell me and the audience why systems and processes are important.
So the way you gain leverage in your business, so as long as you don't have leverage, let's say, you've got basically your revenue as a coach is tied to how many hours can you bill to your clients, right? And so let's say you're able to bill 20 hours a week. Maybe you're not able to build 20 hours a week. Maybe you're only able to build 10 hours per week because the other 10 hours are spent, keying in information and creating programs and, those types of things, fiddling with your website. If I can free people up from that type of activity, leveraging eCoach 360 or something like eCoach 360 can give them more time to devote to growing their business. They can build more hours. And with the power that we built into eCoach 360, they can add additional programs, which means more revenue streams, right? So now my time is not the only thing I can provide to my clients and increase my revenue. So that's another aspect of it.
Oh, that's neat. So I know you always say, I read some things on your website that said successful CEOs put systems in place.
That's correct. Yes. So you think about it, you think about the CEO of GE, for example, right? The CEO of GE is not doing data entry, right? He's created systems. He's created systems for, the administration of he's created systems for accounting. He's created a marketing system. He's created a sales system. He's created all these systems that come together and become the company of GE or, whatever. That's what CEOs do. And solopreneurs and coaches need to think like a CEO. They need to think, okay, how can I gain leverage in order to grow my business? And those coaches that are making six figures have learned how to do this.
Yes.
But the average coach doesn't make that much money. And in fact, they make less than $29,000 a year.
Wow.
And so if I can help them, and that's according to ICF. So if I can help them leverage themselves and leverage systems to, again, free up their time to grow their business, then they can hit those six figures like these coaches that have learned how to leverage other people and systems do.
It's automating things. And you've already kind of put all that automation process in place. I think this is phenomenal. There's really nothing out there that's like this. I know you have a webinar coming up. Tell us a little bit about that.
We do have a webinar coming up in December, and there is a spot on the website to sign up for that. And we'll be, making a special offer at the end of that webinar for the folks that come and learn a little bit more about eCoach 360. It's kind of our official launch webinar. So we're really excited to share with the people who are interested in learning more about how they can grow their business, how they can leverage their time. At the end of the day, you want your business to be the ideal business. And the ideal business is one that gives you freedom. It gives you, a financial, reward, and it helps people. And so this will help people to do that.
Oh, wow. That's great. So if you, as I see on your website here, it's ecoach360.com/webinar. So
Yes.
that's where they would sign up. And it's December 1st, everyone. December 1st. And special bonuses, which we love. And so definitely tune in to ecoach360.com/webinar and check it out, because you're going to probably go through, what's all involved in the system and all that good stuff, because it gives us a better idea, I think, an understanding of what it is when you see it. And but the client portal piece is huge. What made you think about that? Was that because of the juggling your clients and things?
Well, it was. I spent nights and weekends creating these programs for people, and every new client, you started over from, you had to reinvent the wheel, so to speak. And, why print a bunch of paper and create notebooks and do all the things I was doing when I can just click a button and those documents are available? They can print them, they can access them. And oh, by the way, I just do it one time, which is the beauty of it.
And it takes care of invoicing. Oh, my worst thing is like invoicing and trying to figure all that out. You just know it automatically goes.
And we can handle both a one-time payment. So, somebody comes in and pays you, $3,000 for the year or whatever, or we can bill people monthly, right? You want them to be billed $250 a month. We can handle both types of payment. So,
and the customer portal thing's huge, I think, too, that you hit on earlier, that you can, I just think about all your clients and having one place to come in and only because of their login, they're going to get certain documents, right? How easy is that? Because when you set up a client, you think about, okay, I need to send them a form to, a client inaugural form. I need to get their coaching packet out. I need, and then it's like, okay, but which coaching packet did they buy? And then you have to, so it's like all these things that you have to do at the beginnings. But, now I'm thinking about, wow, if I had a client, I bring them in, I click that package, and then I know then their client portal are getting everything. That's phenomenal. That is phenomenal to me.
Well, and another feature of that client portal is the private messaging. And so think about how often you go dig back in email because you can't remember what you told somebody, right? Yeah. Whereas if you're using the private messaging portion of our portal, all of your email, all of your communications with that client is in one place. So if you need to remember, well, I told, Jayne that, I was going to charge her an extra $100 to do whatever, it's right there, and it's there for both of you to see. That's huge, because now I'm not digging around in email.
Wow, you really kind of thought of everything, huh? Did that come from your technical background, knowing that it's possible?
Because it's possible, yes. And we were able to assemble the tools and the team to make it happen. That's what's been phenomenal about this, is the team that came together to help create this.
So you put systems in place to ensure that your idea came to fruition. So you're walking the talk. Love it. Well, how can people get in touch with you, Becky?
They can go to the website. There's a contact form on the website where they can actually request an appointment, and a free 30-minute consultation is available. There's a phone number on the website. I don't have it in front of me to recite it to you. And then there's an email, capability of emailing us to let us know if you have a question or anything. But we certainly want to answer any questions that anybody has.
Oh, that's fantastic. And I hope you guys are a webinar. Free webinars are awesome because you not only gain information. That's the main thing for me, is that the more as an entrepreneur and as a solopreneur that we know what's out there, then we can make educated decisions. And so I think this would be well worth everyone's time to, on December 1st, it's like a 30-minute seminar to sit there and even have free bonuses and things like that. So we'll put that link on the bottom. And I hope everyone watching will go to that page. And we do know, like on the TV station, this will be live beforehand, and you might watch this after December 1st. I think Becky will keep that URL up. So just continue, this URL is active and live even after December 1st, where you can gain access to this webinar. So this is not like an untimely thing. So if you are watching this TV show after December 1st, go ahead and click the link that you see below, and you'll be able to see the webinar that took place December 1st. And because you're watching on WBTVN, she's still going to honor those bonuses. And so that's a beautiful thing. So ladies, take advantage of this. Becky, we really appreciate you coming on today, and thank you for sharing your expertise, and thank you really for creating something from your heart that will help so many people. And we really appreciate those efforts in your service to women.
Well, thank you, Jayne, and I really appreciate, again, the opportunity to share this with your audience, because I believe that it can really help so many people, and I hope they'll at least take a look at the webinar and then make a decision.
Oh, you know what? There's one thing that I forgot to tell everybody that I saw on your website. Their first 30 days free.
Yeah, try us and check us out.
You give them 30 days free. That's crazy. You get a website, you get all of this for free for 30 days. And that's another amazing thing that shows that this was from your heart. And so had to throw that in, because I was like, how's she going to give this 30 days free? But you do. So I appreciate that as well. And I'm sure everybody else does too. So thanks again, Becky, and have a wonderful day. And I'm going to actually be on your webinar to listen in. So thank you very much.
Awesome, Jayne. Thank you. Okay. And thank you, everyone. Have a blessed day.
Goodbye, Becky.
Bye-bye.